Okay, I'm taking now a video of the desilting work that we have done. This work is really, you know, sometimes I feel whether we have done anything at all. Okay, but it is, so it's good to talk about it. Anyway, today is the 11th day. We are doing this work continuously for 11 days. I'm standing at one last point. You can see in front of me the river. Okay, there is nothing here. But this is one extreme end of the river. We have not come up to for desilting up to here, but we have come for putting the muck or the silt for the farmers' bunds up to here. This is the last point. This tree is the last point, and we have to come all the way up to here. So now I'm going to. The only way to see the desilting work is to see the muck removed and piled up along the farmers' bunds. That's the only way. In fact, the old bund is now completely replaced by these huge pile of stones. So as you can see, I'm going to walk along, and you can see this bunds, new bunds that have come up. Okay, because that is the only way you will get to know how much silt has been removed. Okay, actually overall we have removed, I think, about 30%. Okay, of what is there. Okay, there is plenty. We obviously underestimated, and people tell me that everybody underestimates the silt because you really don't know how much is there. Okay, and so we've been able to, I think, do 30%, but we have done the deeper parts. That's the better thing, and the shallower parts are remaining. So next time when we take this up, I guess the work will be a bit faster. I hope so. We can go wrong again. Okay, so this is how the silt is piled up along the, this used to be, so this bund, they used to have this thorny bush. As you can see, they have burnt. While we were doing this, they have removed their old thorny bush compound and actually burnt it, because that way the stone and the thorns don't get mixed up. Okay, farmers are wise. They won't leave it just like that, because someday somebody's going to dig up that pile and he's going to get a lot of thorns. So they burn it up. Good thought. Okay, so here we go, and more of it, all along. Slowly, every farmer came in and said, put the stones for my bund, and everybody replaced their thorny bushes and replaced with these bunds now. So with this, traditionally the river would have entered their fields. Now this year it may not enter, or will enter less, or whatever. We have to see. All these things have to be seen. Only see is to believe. Everything else is an estimation and imaginary and just a lot of work. This whole shit has been a lot of work. Okay, this man is sitting, this is a mahua tree. Okay, nice brown leaves. They'll turn green after some time. But now, when we started, this didn't have leaves. So you can imagine. And now it's brown. And slowly it's turning green. You can see in some patches there is green. Okay, so these are the bunds. Still you will see the bunds look the same. Obviously they'll look the same. What is there? It's just a pile of stones. Okay, so it will look the same. But can you imagine all this much was removed using that huge gung-ho, that machine there, can you see? At a distance, that machine. And it was removed with and loaded onto the tractor trolleys, and the tractor trolleys went up this thing and then dumped down. It is always dumped down. That way it is easier, it settles down. And so this is how the bund is coming up. I guess the farmers will handle it and maybe manage it a little bit better. Wherever possible, we have tried to pitch it. I had 4 guys just for pitching, so that there is a good chance for it to stay. Because not only that we have removed, but this must stay where it is in the next rainy season. I'm going to, of course, make a visit and see how much of this would stay back. People tell me that it will stay. The villagers, that is, they will stay, because their reasoning is that this part of Kalu, okay, this part of Kalu is what carries the the fast currents, and it only overflows on this side. So they say it will stay. Anyway, we are putting big boulders, okay, on the side. Whatever boulders we found, we're putting on the side at the edge, so that it has a chance to stay. But whether it will stay and for how long it will stay, we have to see. But where else to keep this thing? You know, there's no other place. You have to put it here only. Okay, so we have to see. Experience is experience. No better thing. Okay. Now, some places it's more, some places it is less. Maybe at every side the farmer was standing, and so we have let the farmer manage how he wants this thing dumped on his boundary. So everywhere the farmer has been around, because that's the best way. After all, it is his land. So we have to be sure that he is agreeable to where we dump and how much we dump. So that is how we have come up to here. Now earlier one could walk into the river through all this, okay, but now they have made only one road. They left only one road to come to the, and that's the one. Let me go closer. So it is going to come from here, and now instead of so many roads, there's going to be only one road to come to the river, so that it's a bit more regulated. The farms are that way, not trampled upon. And so here it is. You want to see the river? That's how the river. We started there where the women is, maybe actually a bit beyond, and there. And now this is how the river is. Actually, this is widened. You know, this pump, okay, was inside. Now it's gone inside. It was on this side and it's gone inside now. Okay, so let me walk further. Walk, 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 walk. Walkie, walkie, walk. And here, this is the road left. I don't think they're going to close this. They want to keep it like this. Okay. Now again we start. Some more, some more. How much more of this stuff? Can you imagine how much is there? And this is all, there is no soil. There is zero soil. There is only stones of various sizes, as you can see yourself. The stones are various sizes. Okay. Big and small. Big and small. And sand, of course. There is plenty of sand. So with each of these there is sand. In fact, that is one of the reasons why farmers say that, you know, it will stay, because they say the sand will hold it. Anyway, we can't remove sand, and we have not removed sand. We have just dumped the way it is. Now this guy has been a bit lazy, this farmer. He said, don't worry about my compound anyway, I want the boundary inside. So he has made his boundary inside. Okay, so as you can see, his old fence is here, but he says anyway it gets washed out, so please make it inside. So now that's his new boundary. Can you see that? That's his new boundary. And his outer thorny bush boundary continues to remain. Over there people had replaced the thorny bush boundary. Here he's got a new boundary inside, and he has left the thorny one out.